believe our gun rights are under attack. It's something that needs to be confronted head on.
The battle over gun rights. How far should they go?
This is something that's becoming a core part, an integral part of emergency medicine. I wish this wasn't something that I had to be good at. And I think it's tragic that it is.
Guns. To some, the reason for America's mass shooting carnage. To others, the solution to preventing even more.
Whether or not we have background checks, the Second Amendment's more important.
The two leading presidential candidates with vastly different views on guns in America.
The idea we still allow semi-automatic weapons to be purchased is sick.
With me at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, no one will lay a finger on your firearms.
Now, hear from people, not pundits. This is a special edition of Scripps News Reports, Path to the White House. I'm Steve Sebelius here in Las Vegas. I've lived and worked here for more than 30 years. I was here in 2017 when a man opened fire on a crowded musical festival. He killed 58 people, the deadliest mass shooting by a single gunman in American history. Since then, this state has grappled with how to regulate guns. That shooting provided a spark as bump stock bans passed here, as did expanded criminal background checks and a ban on ghost guns. This debate is gripping the country. It's a focal point of the presidential campaign.
Full automatic fire coming from it looks like a high position, maybe the Mandalay Bay.
October 1st, 2017 was the worst day in Las Vegas history.
If you could just be advised, it is automatic fire.
58 people gone.
We have multiple casualties.
Hundreds more wounded. Chaos, fear, ringing cell phones that would never be answered. A date made infamous. This past December, it happened again.
There was an alert from University Police Department. The university continues to respond to an active shooter.
Gunfire pierced the quiet halls of the business school at UNLV. Alarms blaring, sirens wailing, students and faculty rushing to escape, and the same question over and over. Why?
Because it's an epidemic, and it's not going to stop until we enact change.
Democratic Assemblywoman Sandra Howdiggy knows gun violence all too well. On her first day as an intern for former Senator Harry Reid, a gunman opened fire in the lobby of the federal courthouse in Las Vegas. 7 years later, she was at the Route 91 festival when shots rang out, and she and thousands of others ran for their lives. Howdiggy has authored several bills aimed at curbing gun crime, but Governor Joe Lombardo vetoed some of those.
I'm going to champion these issues. I'm going to bring those back. I'm going to bring back other laws that I think are going to make a difference and actually make our communities safer.
Lombardo, a Republican, says he rejects bills he thinks would be struck down as unconstitutional, including one that would have raised the age in Nevada to buy a semi-automatic rifle to 21, up from 18. Is there any law that you think we need that we don't have right now?
At top of mind, no. And here's what I mean by that. There's a lot of existing laws that the prosecutors have been soft on. In other words, anything associated with the use of a weapon and commission of a crime should be prosecuted robustly.
In the years after 1 October, Nevada took steps to prevent another mass shooting. A ban on bump stocks, which allow a semi-automatic rifle to fire almost as fast as a fully automatic machine gun. A red flag law, which allows police or family members to ask a judge to take a person's guns away if they believe the person is planning violence. And a ban on so-called ghost guns, unfinished kits that can be assembled into working firearms in a short time without a background check. Still, Howdiggy says she wants to try again to pass a bill banning firearms at polling places, and there might be some common ground on that.
In the place, which is a sacred place, a place where people go and exercise their right, their most fundamental right, the right for their voice to be heard. They should be able to do that free of intimidation.
Lombardo says he vetoed the polling place bill because it included unrelated subjects, but might sign a more narrow measure. If it had been a standalone bill, a clean bill on no firearms at polling places?
Yeah, I would evaluate it.
Let's talk about the gun lobby in the United States. For much of our history, it's been the National Rifle Association, the NRA, gaining influence. The group was founded in 1871. Since the Clinton years, gun rights supporters have outspent gun control advocates in lobbying. But the NRA's influence has been waning and its membership base has been fading. Our John Moen brings us a closer look at guns and the American vote.
Donald Trump says he's the best friend American gun owners have ever had.
During my 4 years, nothing happened, and there was great pressure on me having to do with guns. We did nothing. We didn't yield.
In February, he appeared before an NRA event in Pennsylvania to a welcoming crowd.
Your Second Amendment will always be safe with me as your president.
Trump and most other Republicans who believe that guns make law-abiding people safe also believe staying on the good side of the National Rifle Association is good politics.
We do live in the world that the NRA has created.
Historian Andrew McKevitt wrote the book Gun Country, examining the power firearms and the NRA has on America.
Since the late 1970s, they have allied themselves with the rise of the new right. They've integrated themselves into the Republican Party.
Founded in 1871, the NRA operated for decades as a promoter of gun safety and recreational shooting. But at its 1977 convention, it shifted directions to gun rights, becoming a part of the conservative movement amid culture wars politics.
They have managed to succeed in liberalizing the gun laws of about 40 states in the United States and pushing presidents to nominate what is now a clear majority on the Supreme Court of justices who are pro-gun.
The NRA counted 6 million members in 2018. Legal filings reveal that number is down to 4.3 million in 2023, as is revenue. The election finance watchdog group Open Secret says the NRA is spending far less to support federal candidates too, about 29 million in 2020. 46% less than 4 years earlier. Scandal has tarnished the group as well. A New York jury found that its former CEO squandered millions of donor dollars in personal perks like vacations, private jets, and expensive clothes. In 2018, a 17-year-old boy fatally shot 8 students and 2 teachers at Santa Fe High School just east of Houston. The then NRA president Oliver North said the Second Amendment is not the disease and the solution is the toughening of school security around the nation. Democrats called for more gun control measures. The Republican-dominated legislature in Texas instead doled out more money to harden school security. The political response played out typically as it does in America.
That pain has kind of turned into drive and spite.
Rhonda Hart, whose daughter Kimberly Vaughn died in the shooting, is challenging an NRA-backed Republican in an uphill bid for Congress. That kind of support may not be once what it was.
I love that they're falling apart at the seams. That's great for them.
John Moen, Scripps News, Houston.
Up next, real voices, real voters, in a real conversation. They're opening up to hear each other. This is Scripps News Reports, Path to the White House. Many Americans, more than half, favor strict gun control laws of some type, but increasingly, that's Democrats. Nearly 9 in 10 Democrats want stricter gun laws, compared with less than 3 in 10 Republicans. Let's go inside that debate, hearing the voices of people, not pundits. Let's talk about your individual experiences with firearms issues, and how that shapes your viewpoints on that. Lachey, why don't we start with you? You were there on 1 October.
It was traumatic for me, and still just the sound of the da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I still have nightmares about that. So even though it happened almost 7 years ago, it still seemed like it was yesterday.
Natalie, you and Amanda both share an experience. You were there at UNLV on the day of the UNLV shooting. How has that experience affected your view on this issue?
Honestly, it's definitely changed it. I used to kind of have like a lot stricter views on gun laws and everything, and kind of seeing that it's changed it, but at the same time, it's different. I mean, I want, our campus to be safe, and I want people out there who are going to be able to keep it safe.
Amanda, what do you think?
It brought gun violence to my safe place, and to see the impact on me emotionally, professionally, to see my colleagues and us trying to, continue to provide a quality educational experience while we're traumatized, and seeing my students going through this has definitely made the issue more important to me. I have more deep empathy for anybody who's been impacted by gun violence, and sadly, it's more and more and more people every day.
Tom, you were a Las Vegas police officer for a long time, served at Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. You carried a gun for all that time for the opposite reason of what happened at UNLV, to keep people safe. How has that experience affected your view on this?
We're on a road in the United States to where the type of violence and the scale of violence is nothing like we've encountered in our history in reality. And so, it has impacted me. I responded to 1 October. I walked the grounds out there. We picked up bodies. I've been in a lot of things over my career, and I've seen the horrific side of it as well. Guns bring some value, but sometimes they need some regulation and some control.
Paul, you served not only as a police officer, but now you train people who then train others to carry concealed weapons.
I do.
How does your experience with firearms affect your view on the issue?
I've seen a lot more people want to take charge of their own security. They want to believe, hey, how long does it take for a police officer to show up? We don't have enough already. And so how long did it take the police officer at UNLV to show up, although we can't carry there? Whether it's 1 October, UNLV, so many people come to people like me or go to my students that I've trained to be CCW instructors to learn to protect themselves, because they realize it could be, when seconds counts, the police are minutes away.
And Suzette, you're a realtor. You told me when we talked, you show buildings, you're by yourself, and you carry a weapon for that in that situation to make sure that you're safe.
For sure, yeah. I'm going into a situation with people I don't know and buildings that are empty, and I've had realtor friends that have been attacked in homes. And I'm also the wife of a retired police officer. My father was a hunter. I've been around guns my whole life. So it's not something that comes foreign to me by any means, but as Paul said, I'm going to protect myself and my family and my children and not be a victim. I have that ability, and I'm going to use it if I need to.
I want to know what one law or regulation, if any, you think would increase safety around the issue of firearms, or alternatively, what law or policy that we have in place now should be repealed.
On the other side of it, a law that I would love to be enacted, and it's very controversial. Well, it's not so controversial. It's very close, almost 50-50 at the last time it came up, was campus carry. There's a lady in Reno who had a CCW, and she was raped on campus, and she didn't have her gun because she illegally carried on campus. Now, I'm not saying everyone should have a gun. I think there's ways that you can go through this. So my big thing is enforcing the laws that are in books, and then allowing people who pass the background checks, who take the additional training, who go through a federal background check to be able to carry on campus. I have friends at UNLV who were in Beam Hall who have CCWs, who did not have them that day, and the shooter was right outside their door. Now, could they have done something? Maybe. I don't know the answer to that. But could they that day? No.
I do not want to have a gun in my bag next to my dry erase markers and my books. I'm not comfortable with guns at this point in my life. I have shot them, I have done some education around them, but with where I'm at, I really would be okay never touching one again. I would be concerned that someone could overpower me and take that gun and use it against me. And especially if we know that every professor or whatever is armed, I feel like that just puts more guns on campus.
I also think that if you're a perpetrator going in there to hurt somebody or some people, you're less likely to do that if you're going into a room where you know there could be other people with guns. But when you're going into a no-gun environment, in my opinion, that makes me nervous, because anybody could come in and open fire just unabated completely. My children go to a school where there are armed security guards on campus. My children are more valuable than diamonds in a jewelry store, which are also protected by guns. So I'm grateful that there are armed security on that campus. I believe that a perpetrator is less likely to go to that campus because there's armed security on that campus.
To feel safe that night, there were other civilians there with weapons. I didn't feel safe because I did not know, because they were not like identifying themselves. But until you heard, this is SWAT, this is this, was the only time I felt safe, but I still hid until I actually was able to see the uniform. That I felt safe to even come out from up underneath the bleachers.
I hear the argument of the way we stop bad guys with guns is good guys with guns, but if we had had more people who were armed at UNLV that day, there was already a fear of there being multiple shooters. How would the police know the difference between the bad guy with the gun and the good Samaritan with a gun in that situation? I think more people would have been shot by police in the event that there had been more people trying to hunt whoever the shooter was on campus.
Amanda, I 100%. If you don't feel comfortable, don't.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's my whole thing about campus carry or anything. Teachers that don't want to, don't. And if you're going to carry on campus, it has to be on your person. Now, Tom, do you know any officers who are substitute teachers, retired officers who go and...
I know some, yeah.
Yeah, they're not allowed to carry on campus either. They're allowed to protect our streets, but they can't carry to protect our kids.
Why do you think people can't come together, discuss these issues, and maybe arrive at some kind of consensus?
I think that the issue is just people are so polarized, one side or the other, and they're just too stubborn. They're not willing to come to a compromise, even if you can say something kind of knowing you're totally wrong, but you're just so stuck on that issue and just so within your own little world that you're just not willing to compromise with other people, even if it'll make the world a better place.
I believe that you have special interest groups on each side, regardless of who the advocate is. There's just no bending, right? Whether you're anti-gun or pro, there's just no middle ground.
We really need to build that connection and that care for each other, because no matter how different we are, we have more in common than we have different, period. And we need to foster that, because you're incredibly right. It's the us versus them mentality, and it's almost like if you think differently than me, then you're less than. We need to stop that.
Just ahead, the technology making guns safer. What is it? Or why aren't we seeing more of it?
It's kind of hard for me to talk about, however I'm going to push through this.
Trinika Walker is a local activist, founder of Stop the Violence 53206, and grandmother to forever 3-year-old Akai Stylo.
Any kid would be curious, right? He grabbed that gun and he turned it on himself.
Nearly 2 years ago, Akai unintentionally shot and killed himself with an unsecured gun.
Real or not, the kids just don't know. He was only 3.
I visited Trinika at her North Side home to talk about the idea of smart guns.
When you hear of those technologies, is that a step in the right direction?
That right there is like music to my ears. That would be a great direction to go into.
Regulating smart gun technology is not a new idea. Former President Barack Obama signed an executive order in 2016 ordering research into the technology. On the campaign trail in 2020, President Biden touted a plan to, quote, ensure 100% of firearms sold in America were smart guns, end quote. But to date, no federal rules or regulations are in place.
And we don't rely upon that with aspirin and Tylenol bottles. We put a safety cap so they can't access it.
That's Dr. Stephen Hargarten. He studies firearm injuries at the Medical College of Wisconsin. He points out that the Consumer Product Safety Board does not have oversight over gun safety.
They have oversight on BB guns. They don't have oversight on this consumer product.
I want you to put your finger on there 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I use that same finger.
MPD Rangemaster Sergeant Joseph Sedlacek showed me fingerprint-activated locks and locks that trigger an alarm if a secured gun is moved.
So it's pretty shrieking. So a child's probably going to put that down, and even a burglar.
While these tools aren't deployed in the real world, officers test them and provide feedback.
Gun owners want the latest gun technology. They're going to look to what the military and the police departments have.
She hopes more law enforcement agencies endorse the new technologies.
I don't think there's a gun owner out there that wants their gun to be stolen, that wants their gun to be used in a suicide or be accessed by a young child.
Okay.
But not everyone is on board with the idea.
Honestly, smart guns completely freak me out, right?
Eddie Silas invited me to Prolific Arms in West Dallas.
So giving someone a smart gun is not necessarily going to make them smart about the gun, right? Check it out.
Eddie creates gun safety-focused TikTok videos and hosts gun safety events geared toward youth and their families.
Touch the trigger, don't put your finger on it. If you want to affect public safety, put education there first, right? Everything else can wait, right? The smart guns, for crying out loud, sometimes I can't even get into my phone when I'm looking right at it.
Regardless of where you stand on the technology or policies surrounding it, one thing Trinika Walker hopes we all agree on is that it's up to the adults to help protect the kids.
They're what's to come. There are presidents, our news reporters, there are community leaders, but if we put a gun in their way, they'll grab it. And then what do we have?
Reporting in Milwaukee, Ryan Jenkins, Scripps News.
This half hour, we've gone inside the gun debate, focusing on reality. There are no easy answers here. From where I'm standing in Las Vegas to your neighborhood, guns have been a part of the conversation. We all share the goal of making our communities safer. Nobody wants innocent people to die. As we go through this election cycle, let's keep those shared goals in focus with an open mind. For Scripps News Reports, I'm Steve Sebelius reporting from Las Vegas.